Hi, this is Chris in the Dream Giveaway Garage, and today we're going to talk Pontiacs. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Chris Phillip, Director of Communications at Dream Giveaway. Today we're going to be talking Pontiacs, but first, the news. If you're a true car guy, you love concept cars. You've seen them at the nation's biggest auto shows, and you've kept your fingers crossed that the manufacturers will bring those concept cars to production. Usually, they tame the cars down a whole lot by the time they get to the dealer lots, so that the car you see on the lot is a whole lot different than that concept you saw at the auto show. But not anymore. We just have news in that Cadillac is giving the Escala concept the green light for production starting in 2021. It debuted at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, or the Concours d'Elegance, in 2016. Wonderful looking four-door sedan. And congratulations, Cadillac, you're naming the car a name and not an alphabet soup. Hey, I own an ATS, but I can't keep up with the CT6, the XT5, the XTS, Escala. Mark that name down. You'll be seeing it on Cadillac dealer lots in 2021. Want to know if you think it's the best looking Cadillac in years? We sure think so. Next up, the GTO. No, not the GTO you see behind me, the Ferrari GTO, produced from 1962 to 1964 in extremely limited numbers. They're worth millions and millions and millions of dollars today. And just like Jaguar is doing a continuation series of its classic race cars, so is Ferrari. We're keeping our fingers crossed that those big boys in Italy are going to recreate the 250 GTO. What's really interesting is that's the car that John DeLorean had as an inspiration for the Pontiac GTO. In fact, the Car and Driver issue in 1964 pitted the original Ferrari GT 250 against a Pontiac GTO, and guess which one won in the straight line? You guessed it, the Pontiac. Rest assured, this will be a pretty pricey continuation series, so start saving your pennies now for that one. Well, that's the news for today. Come on back soon. We're going to show you this Pontiac GTO that's a grand prize in the GTO Dream Giveaway. We'll see you right after this commercial break.
Are you restoring a car, truck, or motorcycle? Eastwood offers the tools and solutions you need to see your dream project through till the end. Trusted by industry professionals while affordable for guys like us. Eastwood offers everything from welders, metal fab tools, and even powder coating, to paint, rust solutions, abrasive blasters, and everything in between. Visit Eastwood.com today for a special offer. Eastwood, do the job right.
Hey, we're back in the Dream Giveaway Garage. Today we're talking Pontiac, and my special guest, Don Keefe, editor-publisher of Poncho Perfection, the only all-Pontiac magazine in the United States. Don, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
You are in Burt Reynolds' chair.
I am honored to be sitting in Mr. Reynolds' chair. I got a chance to meet him a couple of years ago through Chris, and true Southern gentleman. It was one of the high points of my career.
Yeah, excellent guy. Bert, we miss you. Don, thanks for being here. So let's show everybody the cover, your latest issue of Poncho Perfection magazine.
This is our latest issue of Poncho Perfection magazine, and we featured the giveaway 1965 GTO, and we were thrilled that Chris was able to get things together for us so we could get the Dream Giveaways GTO on the cover. And we also have a real nice centerfold story about it and how you can win. It worked out really well, and this could be yours, folks.
Now, how can people learn more about Poncho Perfection magazine?
Well, you can go to our Facebook page, Poncho Perfection, the world's only Pontiac, all Pontiac magazine, Or you can go to our website, www.ponchoperfection.com. We have both digital and print versions. We're also in about 200 retail outlets across the country, so you can catch us at Books A Million and other fine retailers such as them.
Now, Don Keefe is a Pontiac historian, knows more about Pontiacs than anybody I know. And Don, this 65 GTO behind us, tell us more about it.
Well, the thing about this particular car is whoever originally ordered it really ordered it exactly the way I would have. Montero red, parchment interior, Rally 1 wheels, of course, the 360 horse 389, 4-speed, 355 posi gears, or should I say safety track because it's Pontiac. And it's a meticulously restored car. It has won a number of awards, including POCI Gold. And as far as quality of vehicles, you're really not going to find a better one than this particular red hardtop.
Now, what do you think people like most about the 65 GTO?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but for myself, I'll tell you, stacked headlights, the squared off, sharp, angular body. The lines are crisp. It's an athletic design. It just says Pontiac in a way that I think hits the hardest. You know, you've got all the great Pontiac design icons, the slotted tail panel, the split grille, the stacked headlamps. You just can't beat it.
Now, tell our audience what Tri-Power is all about.
Tri-Power was a trio of 2-barrel Rochester carburetors, and on the 65 GTOs, the center carburetor was a little smaller, so you would get good low-speed velocity. So when you were driving around town, it acted just like a regular 2-barrel engine, give you a nice throttle response, great fuel economy. But when things got serious, the end carburetors would open up, and you'd hear a whole lot of air flowing in, and that 389 would be making a whole lot of power.
Excellent. Now, you haven't had a chance to drive it. We hope to have you back in a future episode and get you behind the wheel of this one.
I would love it.
We've got a surprise for you guys. This isn't the only Pontiac we're going to show you in this episode of Dream Giveaway Garage. Don, you've seen it. I don't want you to tell anybody yet. We want you guys to be surprised, but we promise you it's the ultimate performance Pontiac. So we want you to stay put for that. We're going to be coming back after this commercial break, and we'll show you what we're talking about. We're talking Pontiac here today in the Dream Giveaway Garage with guest Don Keefe, publisher, editor of Poncho Perfection magazine, the nation's only all Pontiac magazine. We'll see you after this commercial break.
The cat is back. This time, Dream Giveaway is going to give one lucky winner the world's only 1,000-plus horsepower Challenger Hellscat. This one-of-a-kind beast was created as a tribute to the original Scat Pack race cars. The same winner will also take home this fully restored 1970 426 Hemi Challenger. Plus, we'll pay $45,000 to cover your taxes. Both cars can be yours by simply making a charitable donation. Plus, you'll receive bonus chances when you enter today with our exclusive TV offer.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garland, and I want you to win both of these Hemi Challengers. The 1970 426 Hemi Challenger was one of the greatest muscle cars ever produced. And the legacy lives on in the world's only 1,000 horsepower Hellscat.
You know, Don, speaking of Pontiac Performance, how can we talk about the GTO without bringing up the subject of the Firebird?
Well, you know, Chris, when it comes to high performance, you got to go some to get past a 1969 Ram Air 4 Firebird.
Now, I've heard of the Ram Air 3. Tell us about the Ram Air 4.
Ram Air 4 was actually a pretty serious upgrade. Pontiac wanted an engine that would rev to 6,500 RPM, so they made some very significant cylinder head and manifolding changes to their 400 cubic inch V8, added a new computer-designed high-performance hydraulic camshaft. The exhaust ports were round in shape to facilitate the use of headers, and when the Pontiac rated the Ram Air 4 at 345 horsepower, but the reality was if you took a little tab on the carburetor and peeled it back a bit, it would give you about 425 horsepower, which was the real output for those engines.
So let's pop the hood, take a look at this round port Ram Air 4 engine, owned by Tom Stutzman, restored by Lee Barnes of Barnes Classic Restorations in South Carolina. So come on in, we're going to show you up close.
And there it is.
Wow. Well, it does look different than a normal Pontiac D-port motor, doesn't it, Don?
Yeah, first tip-off would be your aluminum intake manifold. And if you could look down a little farther, you can see long branch round port exhaust manifolds, which are really cast iron headers. And they provide increased breathing potential for this higher RPM Pontiac V8.
Now, I'll tell you, Don, neither you nor I are quite old enough to have been a driver's license age when these were on dealer lots. Did these cars really look this good day one from the factory?
Well, probably not every one of them. This particular car has been meticulously restored, and not only that, Lee Barnes at Barnes Classic Restoration really sweated the details. And if you look closely at the dash, the cowl area, you'll see specific markings to this car. A lot of people talk about chalk marks and try to replicate them for every car, but the truth is they're unique to each vehicle. And this particular one lists M210.
So that's an M21 four-speed.
Yeah, I believe that would be correct.
Now I have a question for you. WH, was this car intended for the White House?
No, but that was the code for a manual transmission that would be 4-speed only, Ram Air 4, to be installed in a Firebird.
Interesting, very, very interesting. And one other thing that I have always found unique on these Pontiacs is this transfer. What do you call it, Don? A lug transfer right here?
That piece right there actually is a piece, basically it was hooks, the eye hooks, to drop the engine in at the factory. And I know a lot of enterprising hot rodders would go to junkyards and peel those off of old Pontiac V8s to facilitate swapping of their own cars.
Now the other thing that I notice here is that this has a Delco R59 battery, has a correct radiator cap. We talked about the correct firewall markings. This really looks like an incredible restoration on this car.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, Lee really did sweat the details, and a lot of it has to do with correct finishes, making sure that there's just the right percentage of gloss in the paint under the hood. Now, and it will, if you look, the cowl and the inner fenders and the header panels have about a 60% gloss, but if you look at the radiator, that's a higher gloss. Plus, you have a precision cast intake manifold, so try to make sure that the oxidation is removed correctly and it's as smooth as the original casting. Those are the points that really show that this restoration was very, very well done.
So it certainly looks great, but how's it sound? Do you think the owner is going to let you fire up this rare 69 Firebird Ram Air 4?
Well, if he knew me better, he probably wouldn't, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Come right back after this commercial break when Don Keefe fires up an ultra-rare 1969 Firebird Ram Air 4 in Maduro Green, one of John DeLorean's wife's favorite colors. Little trivia there for you. We'll see you after this commercial break.
At Reliable, every load is carefully packed because perfection is our obsession. Reliable Carriers, vehicles taken seriously.
Hi, welcome back to Dream Giveaway Garage. And Don Keefe now sitting in the driver's seat of this rare Ram Air 4 1969 Pontiac Firebird, one of the most exclusive muscle cars that you can possibly own in the world today. So Don, are you ready to go ahead and fire this bad boy up?
Sure am.
Okay.
Now that's a cam right there.
Well, we had to drag Don out of the Firebird. You didn't want to get out of it, did you?
No, I don't know. That would look good in my garage, that's for sure.
So now let's give our audience some facts and figures, some stuff from history, because you're a verified Pontiac historian, with how rare this Ram Air Firebird really is.
Well, in order to really get a grasp of just how rare a car like this is, you have to look at it in terms of the total production. In 1969, they built about 74,000 Firebirds, and of them, only 104 of them were Ram Air 4 powered machines. The vast majority were 350 powered, 400s, even a Ram Air 3. But in order to find a Ram Air 4, there was some rarefied air back then, and they were quite a bit more expensive, but you got what you paid for.
Great. So now you learned a little bit today, or maybe you already knew this, about Pontiac's rarest Firebird in 1969, the Ram Air 4 Firebird, even rarer than the Pontiac Trans Am in 1969, first year of the car. Again, 104 made, 17 convertibles.
17 convertibles, yeah, and there's not all of them are accounted for, so there's probably a few out there sitting in a barn or something. But the ones that we do know are all very, very different, unique in their own way, color combinations, option packages, that sort of thing. Very, very unusual vehicles.
Great. Well, join us again after this commercial break, and we're going to wrap up this edition of Dream Giveaway Garage. See you in a minute.
From auto repair and restoration to jobs around the home, an Eastwood MiG 135 will save you time and money. Infinite adjustability lets you perfectly tune the machine to weld steel up to 1/4 of an inch thick. Repair and install exhaust systems, floor pans, mower decks, wheelbarrows, and more. With the 3-year warranty and satisfaction guarantee, it's perfect for beginners and experienced welders alike. Visit Eastwood.com for a great deal today.
That'll wrap things up for today. I'll tell you, 1965 GTO Tri-Power 4-speed and one of the rarest Pontiacs ever made, John.
69 Ram Air 4 Vidoro Green Firebird.
So I think that we gave you an excellent selection of Pontiac Performance here in the Dream Giveaway Garage today. Next episode, we're going to have more great muscle cars for you. Don, one last plug for Poncho Perfection. Poncho Perfection magazine on newsstands now.
And check www.ponchoperfection.com.
Thanks for watching us on Dream Giveaway Garage. We'll see you next time around.
The cat is back. This time, Dream Giveaway is going to give one lucky winner the world's only 1,000-plus horsepower Challenger Hellscat. This one-of-a-kind beast was created as a tribute to the original Scat Pack race cars. The same winner will also take home this fully restored 1970 426 Hemi Challenger. Plus, we'll pay $45,000 to cover your taxes. Both cars can be yours by simply making a charitable donation. Plus, you'll receive bonus chances when you enter today with our exclusive TV offer.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garland, and I want you to win both of these Hemi Challengers. The 1970 426 Hemi Challenger was one of the greatest muscle cars ever produced. And the legacy lives on in the world's only 1,000 horsepower Hellscat.
I ended up having to sell it because I was driving around like this all the time. And I drove it from Rochester to Hershey, and I thought I was going to need a wheelchair after I got it, because it was just, I was all balled up.